Hello, hello. Hi, guys. Happy Monday. Monday number 3 and the final month of the year. I hope all is well with all of you. Trust that you had a wonderful weekend. I hope that you were able to slow down. I hope that you were able to reflect, renew, refuel for this upcoming week. So I'm hoping that you're starting off with your batteries fully recharged, ready and raring to take on all that this week has to offer. We're hoping for more good things. We're hoping for great things. We're hoping for spectacular things. So today I just want to share a thought really, really quickly. If you are a person like me and you ruminate, as in go over things, a conversation that would have been said, something nice that would have been done to you or done for you, and you're just reflecting, it's just like, wow, this is really nice. Oh, I really enjoyed that. Or on the negative side, I can't believe. Some people, boy, and you're just going over, reciting and recycling pleasant or unpleasant things. So it could be good and bad. For the bad, where things would have been said, things would have been done, things would not have been done, that just causes you to, hey, let's have those moments. And I think sometimes we have to be so aware, self-aware, that you know, okay, this is no fault of mine, but because of how I grew up or because of my environment and my upbringing, this has become something that I am accustomed to doing because I've been doing it. And so if you grew up, which I did, and you didn't really have adults that was helping you with the challenges that you were facing, and you were facing very big things as a child. And you realize once, twice, 3 times, nobody really taking you on, you learn, sometimes in a good way and sometimes in a not so good way, how to keep it moving. And one of the things that has kept me moving is to throw it behind, and we will deal with that later. But sometimes the length of time that we deal with the thing could pose as a challenge. And if you realize, okay, so I understand this about myself and I need to fix this because it is not always as a benefit or a plus or an advantage to me. It works as a disadvantage sometimes, and I need to figure it out. So I have a friend, she have a 90-second rule. I am spending 90 seconds with this thought, with this feeling, with this emotion. I also have a friend, that same friend, who uses oranges. So something bad happened, she tries to find the glimmers immediately. Like, okay, this has happened, but let me find 2 good things that I could talk about, 3 good things that I could talk about. That's how she deals with things. I have come up with my own remedy, and I want to share it with us. So, you know how in Philippians chapter 4, I'm going to go tell you quickly. Philippians encourage them to not be anxious about anything. And if you know anxiety, you are thinking and pondering and panicking about a situation that you cannot fix in the first place, but we're going to think about it anyway and frustrate and cry and have ourselves flustered and worried and exhausted mentally and emotionally. Physically as well, because mental exhaustion is next level. So Paul was dealing with them on that, and he was telling them to pray, and the peace of God will guard your heart and your mind. Further to doing prayer, he encourages them, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think on such things. That is Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. So in light of that, sometimes, I know for me, the thinking on the thing doesn't come as quick as it needed to come. So I started telling myself, Melina, now don't laugh all here because I just be laughing at myself. So I probably shouldn't tell all you, don't laugh, but this is my reality. And I just sharing because I think it might help somebody. I often tell myself, I hate roaches. If I have to kill it, like if I roach on my child, we will fight. I might laugh first, but we will fight. With the roach. If it comes into my house and it's in my bedroom and I need to sleep, I will find you and I will destroy you. Because one, you have already taken up time. You have my heart racing because I hate the flying ones. And I had to be here fighting up, but I could have been cozying up in my bed already. To find you, I just kill it for spite. Do I like dealing with roaches? I detest it. Do I like roaches on my premises? I hate it. Sometimes I spray for spraying's sake, just in case somebody might be lying here. Let us kill it. So I don't like clutter. I don't like things that is a breeding ground for roaches and rodents. I don't like it. So I tell myself, this is the solution. There's the plan. Remember, I told you all that we sometimes need to have a pre-cut pattern for how we're going to deal with things. This is mine. If there's a negative thought, a memory, an occasion, something that took place, like the minute you hear me say, God, I beg, just know I remember something. If you hear me say, hey, just know I remembered something. And those occasions are not good occasions. It would have hurt me in some way, wounded me emotionally in some way, offended me in some way. If I make a noise and you hear me sigh aloud, just know up here, busy and tabs open. But the solution is, just as how if somebody comes and if you're like me and rest a roach, they come and they put their hand like this and they tell you, open your hand, I have something for you. And they rest and release a roach in your hand. Pretend the thought, the emotion, the feeling is a roach and it must die. So I've been telling myself, I shared it with the same friend who have the 90-second orange rule. And because she was sharing something with me and I told her, I said, that's a roach. She was like, what? So I explained the roach theory to her. And she's like, I see what you're saying there. I said, yes. So, you see the word of God, this Philippians 4:8 is the kind of spray that we use to get rid of that roach. But sometimes it might require to have a shoe and a spray in your hand to deal with that roach. And I shared it with her and we were on the platform this week and a bishop was talking about the way that we think. Like if you think about something in a particular way or you think about somebody in a particular way, you're already sin. And I looked at her, she looked at me. Now we on Zoom and I just bought roaches. Now obviously our mic's not open and she started to laugh because we both know what that means. I'm encouraging us today to figure out the verses, the scriptures, the things that you figure out what verse is going to be the spray and what needs to be the shoe. I got up this week. This is the last thing before I go. And I was in the kitchen getting my daughter ready for school and I had a memory. A thought came back because I was dealing with this thing very recent. I think it was the day before I had the experience and I just, you remember again, I out loud. Now, if you do this in public, people go want to know what it is going on with you. But I said out loud, that is a roach. And I quickly went for my phone to find a song to put on that will distract and occupy my mind to eradicate, remove, and terminate that roach that was running around up here. You might want to use something else. Roach, for me, is most detestable. For you, it might be a spider. Somebody else, it might be flies. Whatever it is, have your spray or have the thing that kills it and get it out as it come. Don't let it linger, don't let it lime, because you might find yourself bawling a beg. Hey, quite a few times during the day. And you know what I noticed? I was doing the hey a few times when I was like, Melina, we need to deal with this. So that you are not in fight or flight, survival, trigger. You're in trigger mode all the time. Up here needs to be peaceful and calm and beautiful. This is a garden, you know. And if we allow weeds to grow, they will overtake all the fruit-bearing trees, and you will wonder what it is. My garden full of fruit trees or weeds, and there will be no profit, not to you or the other persons who have. And you know how somehow up here they start to leak out. Make sure that when it leak out, there's fruits coming out. That it is beneficial to the hearers, that it is good for building up, and that it's not coming out toxic and poisonous. We don't want that. So I'm just saying, get your spray, get your shoe, and get rid of the roaches, spiders, flies, whatever is the thing that does irritate you, get rid of it. And just don't leave them to linger, because we don't want it around us. We don't want it on our premises. So I'm just encouraging us today to figure out what it is and to figure out what kills it. The word of God, and sometimes you might need the word and a shoe, a song, a podcast, a recording on SoundCloud, something, but have the things though. Make sure you always have the things to get rid of them, because they just come. And sometimes, let me just say, sometimes it's not that your surroundings dirty, you know, or is a habitation for them, you know. Sometimes just the neighbors not taking care of their own space, they might fly across. So sometimes even the conversations that you have with other people, you might have to separate yourself so that nothing don't fly in your space and fly in your yard and come across by you. That one free. I'm just saying. It does happen. So until next time, guys, have an amazing rest of December. Toodles.